Welcome to today's session on how to gain WMS benefits without the associated complexity or cost. My name is Paul Hansen. Today I'll be presenting a solution for warehouse management. I will first talk about what warehouse management is and what the benefits are. Then I'll talk a little bit about who the mainstream WMS players are and how the RFgen Warehouse Director is different. I'll talk about the differences between the RFgen Warehouse Director and J.D. Edwards Advanced Warehousing specifically. Then I'll talk about a real-life customer who has implemented the RFgen Warehouse Director and what it has done for them. Finally, I'll tell you a little bit about RFgen software. Even if you already know who we are and what we do, you may learn something new. What is warehouse management? Warehouse management, or WMS, is a key part of the supply chain. It primarily focuses on controlling the movement and storage of materials within a warehouse and processing the associated movement transactions such as shipping, receiving, put away, and picking. WMS directs and optimizes stock put away based on real-time information about the status of bin utilization. WMS equals big benefits, even if you don't think you need a WMS. It increases inventory accuracy by directing the worker based on what the host thinks it has in inventory. It increases order fulfillment capacity with the same staffing levels because now the workflow is more efficient and the workers are more utilized. It improves order fulfillment accuracy because of the directed nature of the solution. It lends itself to the ability to meet customer-specific requirements such as advanced ship notices and UCC labeling. It reduces order pick times due to the increase in workflow efficiency. It improves order fulfillment speed. The worker now will experience less trips between the warehouse and the outbound staging location. It increases inventory turns by enforcing FIFO picking rules and increasing the throughput of the warehouse. All of this equates to a reduced operating cost, which is what we all like. The usual players in the mainstream WMS space are Manhattan, High Jump, Red Prairie, J.D. Edwards, and there are a few others. All of these solutions are complete WMS solutions that offer directed put away, replenishment, and picking. They all offer space utilization and movement optimization. What if you want to increase performance and lower the operating cost of the warehouse, but you don't need everything the mainstream WMS solutions do? The RFgen Warehouse Director is the solution. It is a warehouse management tool that is powered by the RFgen framework. Rather than doing all of the space utilization things that the other WMS solutions do, it focuses on directing and optimizing the movement of inventory within the warehouse. Based on the host inventory, it directs warehouse workers to complete inventory movement tasks such as put away, picking, and replenishment. The host inventory can be anything, including J.D. Edwards, SAP, Oracle E-Business, Microsoft Dynamics, other mainstream ERP solutions, or even a custom homegrown inventory backend. The RFgen Warehouse Director pays attention to key indicators within the host environment to create warehouse jobs. Key indicators can be an inventory receipt that needs to be put away, a sales order that is ready for picking, or a replenishment of a warehouse location that has fallen below the minimum inventory level. Once a warehouse job is created, it automatically appears on the warehouse worker's mobile device. No longer does the warehouse worker just notice that something needs to be done as they drive by the receiving dock, nor does the warehouse worker need to rely on radio or other communication to complete a movement. With the Warehouse Director, they have what they need on their mobile device. Following the direction of the warehouse job, the worker picks up inventory from the source location and moves it to the suggested destination location. Once the movement is complete, the warehouse job is closed and automatically disappears from the device display. The worker then moves on to the next open job. All of this optimizes the worker's tasks and ultimately allows him to move more inventory. Or it may free him up to complete other tasks that he wouldn't normally have time for without the RFgen Warehouse Director. The Warehouse Director is both ERP and device agnostic. It was built with the flexibility to integrate with any ERP backend. It will work with any kind of mobile device that is supported by the RFgen framework, which is nearly every device on the market. These devices include traditional radio frequency handheld devices, vehicle-mounted devices, tablets, kiosk devices, voice-only devices, and much more. This illustrates the end-to-end solution from an architectural perspective. On the left are the devices in use by the warehouse workers. On the right is the host ERP system. In the middle of all of this is the RFgen framework, and more specifically, the warehouse director. At regular intervals, the warehouse director pulls the ERP host for possible put-away, pick, and replenishment tasks. If it detects that a movement is needed, it creates a warehouse job that is automatically communicated to the worker as a task. For example, inventory has been received at the receiving dock, which happens to be monitored by the warehouse director. Once the inventory appears in the ERP system, the warehouse director looks to see where it could be put away in the warehouse. It then creates a warehouse job to move the inventory from the receiving dock to the suggested warehouse location. This is also true for finished good completions to stock. There are also rules used to create picking and replenishment jobs. This is a sample of what a directed put-away looks like on a mobile device. The open jobs are displayed in priority sequence on the upper portion of the screen. This example uses license plating. The first job tells the worker that he needs to move license plate or pallet 09260006 from location A dock to location prod. He drives to the A dock location and scans license plate 09260006. Then he drives the pallet to the prod location and confirms that he dropped it off by scanning the location. The result in the back-end ERP is an inventory transfer, which can be viewed in the item ledger. The job disappears from the display, and he moves on to the next job. With the warehouse director, we also offer load management capabilities. Customers can select pick-ready orders and build a load. The load can be assigned to a picker or a team of pickers. Things like pro numbers, delivery instructions, and carrier assignment can also be done within the load management workbench. Once the load is created, it can be picked using directed picking. This is a sample of what a directed pick looks like on a mobile device. The user indicates what load he is working on. Then, using either committed or uncommitted inventory, the inventory for all of the pickable order lines is displayed in the online pick list. It is normally ordered by location using FIFO rules. However, it can be configured for the customer's specific requirements. At the completion of each pick, the next pick is automatically displayed so that the picker can be most efficient. Picked inventory is automatically attached to the outbound load for later use in load confirmation, ship confirmation, shipping documents, advanced ship notice, and UCC labeling. Shipping documents can be produced using the data collected by directed picking. These documents are printed using the RFgen framework and include the signature of the driver. The documents are printed and given to the driver. A PDF copy can be stored for future reference. For customers who rent their pallets from a supplier like CHEP, the transfer of pallet ownership can be done automatically when using the warehouse director and license plating for picking. The count of pallets included for each outbound load is compiled and automatically sent to CHEP at a regular interval. There are many equal comparisons between the warehouse director and J.D. Edwards Advanced Warehousing. Both do directed outbound picking, directed work order picking, directed put away, and directed replenishment. But where J.D. Edwards Advanced Warehousing is hard ruled, the RFgen Warehouse Director is not. If you don't follow the instructions given by Advanced Warehousing, you can get yourself in a pickle rather quickly. Since RFgen is suggestion-oriented, a worker can choose a location other than what was suggested. There are no implications by doing so. This is especially useful if the inventory that has been suggested doesn't physically exist. With Warehouse Director, the worker can simply choose another location without causing any harm. The Warehouse Director offers electronic notification of pending movement jobs. This is a key piece of the RFgen framework that simply isn't available in the standard J.D. Edwards offering. RFgen doesn't attempt to optimize warehouse space. This is an advanced feature that is better served by the J.D. Edwards solution. The RFgen Warehouse Director can be implemented in just a few weeks. Anyone who knows advanced warehousing or any other WMS solution also knows that most are a costly, multi-month implementation. Now, it isn't our intention to compete with J.D. Edwards in the WMS space. We simply offer customers a choice if they don't need all of the features that J.D. Edwards offers. If you only need directed inventory movement, the RFgen Warehouse Director is the clear choice. Regal Confections is a real RFgen customer who implemented the RFgen Warehouse Director for J.D. Edwards. The Warehouse Director provides directed put-away movements from the receiving dock and from manufacturing. It helps effectively manage warehouse space because it's suggesting locations. It provides directed replenishment movements to refill primary picking locations. It also increases inventory turns, reducing carrying costs. And it has increased employee productivity by over 20%. RFgen Software, who are we? Well, we are the data collection experts. We are a division of the DataMax Software Group, and we've been in business for over 25 years. We have an Oracle certified mobile solution with integration validated by Oracle for multiple J.D. Edwards releases. We're validated on Enterprise 1 version XE through 9.1 and on World A7.3 through A9.3. Regardless of your version of J.D. Edwards, we have you covered. We're built around a core group of senior level consultants, and all we do is data collection. We have over 2,600 worldwide installations and a partner network of over 125 partners who are located in over 35 different countries. This allows us to provide local support where we don't have a physical presence. The RFgen Mobile Framework makes this possible. We design, implement, and deploy mobile and wireless software and open source supply chain solutions using the framework. We support a variety of operating systems for the mobile devices and a different variety of mobile devices from wireless barcoding, voice recognition, to roaming and true mobile applications. Our framework, as I mentioned, is certified. It's certified connectivity between your users using the handheld devices or mobile devices and Deltek, SAP, Oracle e-Business, J.D. Edwards, Microsoft Dynamics, legacy systems, and ODBC and many more types of systems. We support multiple data capture scenarios, including real-time, mobile, and batch solutions, voice-directed, which is hands-free and eyes-free, RFID, PLC, scale integrations, and many more. We also offer 24/7 high availability solution, which allows your data collection to run regardless of the state of J.D. Edwards or whatever your ERP system may be. And most importantly, we offer open source transactions. These transactions come with source code, and it is open source, so you're allowed to do anything that you need to do with it to make it your own. Who uses RFgen? Well, I mentioned we have over 2,600 customers that use RFgen. Here's a few of them. They're in a variety of different verticals, and they use it in a variety of different ways. Many of these customers are J.D. Edwards customers. The advantages of automation in the data capture space and in a manufacturing and warehouse operation are that it eliminates manual processes. It increases data accuracy and increases employee productivity. This real-time data validation and processing can be done in an inventory management environment, manufacturing, distribution, plant maintenance, and many other custom processes, including scales and carousels. In the mobile workforce, there are multiple options to meet your requirements, including direct connect, a connect on demand, and a batch on and offline, which is a hybrid solution. It allows you to go true mobile. And there are endless mobile worker possibilities, including proof of delivery signature capture, mobile field service, sales order creation, and fixed assets tracking and warranty tracking. Thank you for attending today's webinar. To discuss your specific requirements, please contact either Jay Ettinger or Paul Hansen at the numbers and email addresses below, or visit us at rfgen.com.